decided this year that we're going to be planting a lot more vegetables in our garden, and so we've built a makeshift greenhouse here, and I created a grid pattern, kind of see it there, and so we got everything that we're going to be planting on each line. It's 21 this way and 11 that way, so we should have 11 of each plant, and so that way we'll have some inevitably aren't going to come up and some are going to come up and not do well or whatever, but we're going to have, you know, roughly 3 to 4 plants of each thing that we put in there for ourselves, and hopefully we'll be able to sell some on our farm stand. The grid pattern we did, I just used a 2.5 inch block and this board, and I just went measured off the wall on each side, put the piece of wood in there, and then just pressed down all the way across the whole way, and then went this way all the way across. So 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches, and then we're also using just a carpenter's pencil and poking down and making a little hole in the center of each one so that we have a place to plant, put the seeds. And then I will use a little bit of the remainder of the potting soil that we have and just to cover them all up. That way the seeds are covered and ready to go. The rain that we've been having has been great for moisturizing the soil, so I didn't actually have to use water. So that's been great. Hopefully this works. First up, tomatillos. This is our first year growing them. So we hope they do pretty well because we love tomatillos for green sauce and chili verde and those sorts of things. So they have a really small seed, so I grabbed a garden trowel. I'm just going to dump some in there. Hopefully I don't lose them. Oh, it's about 11. Now the hard part. And we have 6 different heirloom tomatoes. So those will, actually we have one more, but I forgot to write it down in the order, and so it's going over here somewhere. So hopefully these do pretty good, and these ones are super delicious, the pineapples, and so are these black brandywines. So let's get those planted. This actually works pretty nice with this garden trowel, just putting them right in the centers to try and pinch them in between your fingers and all that nonsense. Accidentally drop 1 or 2 in the hole extra. Then when you're done, pour them back in. And always remember on your packages here, fold them up once or twice, because inevitably they're going to open up and spill all your seeds when you're putting them away. Those are celery seeds. They are super duper tiny. I thought carrot seeds were small. Yeah, a lot of the things that we're planting this year are things that we've never grown before, or we've grown like 1 or 2 plants, like eggplant. We have never grown eggplant before, not this variety anyway. And then also this one. So 2 different varieties. And someone on Nextdoor mentioned that we should grow these, and if we had them on our farm stand, they would like to buy them. So we're going to try it out. This is a Woolly Kate yellow tomato, and it's a free one that Baker Creek sent us. We get all of our seeds from Baker Creek. So the reason we love them is because they are open air pollinated, organic, and every like $25 or something you spend, they send you a free one. So we're going to try this one out and see how it does. Whoa, if you thought celery was small. Strawberry seeds, they are tiny.
Where are they? That's a seed?
That's a seed. Yeah, that's insane. That's insane. Here, take it and plant it. It's this row right here. Yeah. So open air pollinated Uh, the reason that's good is you get to seed save. So you can, any heirlooms, open air pollinated, you can grow a vegetable, grow a fruit, and use those seeds. They're non-GMO, so you can reuse those seeds over and over, and let the seeds get used to your soil, get used to your climate, all those fun things. And so, yeah, those are two seeds. It literally looks like the tiniest piece of dirt you've ever seen. So that's another reason why Baker Creek is awesome. They said they're delicious. They said very productive alpine type, deep scarlet fruit. Ever bearer yields first season from an early planting. I think we're late on the early side. So these are from last year, banana peppers that we saved and dried. And now we're going to be able to grow from one pepper. We got all those seeds, and now we're going to be able to grow a bunch more plants. That's yours, and we're right here. A request from Farmstand people for Anaheim peppers this year. I'm kind of excited about this one. This is an Ajvarsky pepper. It says it's an amazingly fragrant Macedonian roasting pepper. What am I trying to? It's not a bell pepper. It's like, what would we use it in? Soups. That'd be good. I was thinking like butternut squash soup, like with those roasted red peppers in there. Yeah, salsas, any kind of sauces. Maybe even tomato sauce. Putting roasting some of those and putting those in there. So we'll see. It might be a new favorite. It might be disgusting. We don't know. Serranos. Most everyone knows what serranos are. A little bit hotter than a jalapeno. Poblanos, right? Classic chili relleno. I'm really looking forward to that actually, with maybe some like homemade mozzarella cheese. Kayla, if you're watching, we need homemade mozzarella. And then jalapenos, again, from our plants last year. Next, California Wonder. It's a red bell pepper. I love red bell peppers. I don't know why people eat green ones. They're not tasty. Like, you might as well let them keep going and get red or yellow or orange, you know. So we got red bell pepper. We got a yellow bell pepper. And it's not my favorite because it tastes the best, but I love this bell pepper because it's so beautiful once it turns purple. Oh, and we got a baby that's crying because she fell on the trampoline. Poor baby. Somebody should help that kid. Mom to the rescue. So anyway, they go from green to purple, chocolate brown, and they are delicious for stews and chilies and stuff like that. They're not sweet like a red or a yellow. But if you're gonna have like a green bell pepper, you would use these instead of like a green bell pepper. So if you're gonna do like green bell peppers, like stuffed bell peppers my mom used to make, this would be a better choice in my opinion. Dead lizard action. Let me see. It's not dead. Show the camera. I think it's just freezing. Put it in the chicken coop. The chickens would love to eat it. It's the circle of life. It's even in Lion King. I could sing it all flat. The circle of life. In this garden bed that we just planted all of our seedlings in, I put about 8 inches of our compost, but it's very woody. It's got a lot of big chunks in it, and I just didn't want to sift the compost for 2 hours to get enough good material. So I put some of that in there, and I went and got 4 bags of this Miracle Grow organic outdoor potting mix. This has got compost. It's got peat moss, which I know a lot of people are against using peat moss because it's not self-sustainable and those things. But I didn't notice that until after I got home. And then it's also got some additional nutrients in there, naturally derived, and provides both immediate and slow release nutrition. Hopefully this does pretty good. I've never used a potting mix, so I always just get compost or use our compost. I think it'll be all right. It smells awesome. I mean, it smells just like good soil. So we're going to use some of this. I put some in a bucket to make it easier, and I'm just going to sprinkle the tops just to get the seedlings covered. If you want to bring the camera over here and show that. So you can see a seedling right there. All right, so we're just covering them. All right, and I'm just kind of grabbing my hand. And you know what? If you're gardening and you're afraid to get dirt on your hands, don't. That's like the best part about gardening is getting your hands in the dirt and getting dirty and getting some dirt under your fingernails and just having fun. I mean, it takes you back to the days when you're 7, 8 years old and that's all you wanted to do is play in the mud. I love it. I'm a little worried that this might not be, that I should have maybe even sifted this, but time will tell. This is kind of an experiment to see if this little greenhouse, makeshift greenhouse, will even work. So if it doesn't, we know that next year not to do that. So I keep saying that everything we do here on the farm is an experiment and we're learning alongside you. So we got these watering cans at a yard sale last week and I think it's going to work pretty good. We're just going to put a little bit of water right on top because it's already been raining on the undersoil. So it's got quite a bit of water in there and I don't want to oversaturate them. So yeah, pink and purple watering cans for like 50 cents. It's perfect. And they're metal, so they're not going to just break super easy. I mean, we'll break them because, you know, we're savages, but... What? You can't paint them. No, this is Stella's and that's Alice's. Yeah. All right. That's probably good. Okay. Let's show them what it looks like. The wetness. Yep. Yeah, so, you know, it's just a little damp. And then, Alice, if you want to grab one of the pieces of glass. So the idea is, on days like today, where it's not sunny or anything, and it's cool, it's not freezing, but it is cold, we'll leave the glass on, and it'll keep the heat and the moisture in. And then on days that are really sunny and hot, especially when the seedlings start to sprout, oh, that's going to be too tall. We could do something like that, and it will stay up. The sun will continue to shine in there, giving them good sunlight, but it'll also let all the hot air escape and it won't burn, and all the wet air too. If they're too, I would imagine if they're too wet, if it's too moist in there, they'll get dry rot and fungus. So that's the idea, kind of just like opening up a greenhouse on the sides or opening up the doors. So